Hi, it's Aunt Beck. I'm going to be making a large cream heart cake today. It seems to be pretty popular, and so I'm making another one, and then one sold, so I have to replace it in the shop. So I'll show you how to do that. I think I have another heart cake video here. They're really popular these days, so you could, a lot of people like to put cherries on them, but I don't have any cherries on mine, but the pink cherry heart cake seems to be like everywhere. So I made my own template because I don't think that they sell these styrofoams in heart shape. I haven't found them. Really haven't looked that hard though, to be honest with you. I was just like, let me just make a template. So I cut it to the size that I want it. It's just paper. And then I get, it's usually this, I only have a 12-inch right now, but it's usually a 10x3 styrofoam. And then I put the heart on top, and I use my amazing hot knife styrofoam cutting tool, which it kind of like, it's a little bit stinky and it's smoky, but you have to have one of these if you work with styrofoam. So so I cut it to the shape that I want. Then it looks like this after I put spackling on it, and I let it dry at least 24 hours. But you know, sometimes lately I've been letting it dry for 24 hours, and when I go to sand it, because I sand it afterwards, there's still like little wet spots. So if you can wait 48 hours or more, I would recommend that. Also, if you're gonna sand it down, wear a mask and goggles, like for real. It's a big mess and you don't want to inhale that stuff. So so then I sand it down, and then it looks like this. And then I always put the border on first. I do a few and I put the border on because this big star border takes forever to dry. It could take like 4 days. Don't even touch it. Resist. Don't touch it. Okay, wait for it like to totally dry and then paint it. So today we're going to be doing cream, and so I will paint the whole cake this cream color. This is actually, I think it's considered like ivory, but it's almost the same, right? I mean, I'm sure color experts would argue with me, but I find it to be the same. So you can also mix your piping, your spackling before you pipe it. You can mix it with the paint. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't have enough containers. There's lots of different reasons. Sometimes I just go, oh, I want to get a bunch of borders on all these cakes. So I'll just do them in white, and I'll go back and I'll paint them after. So that's up to you. Another brush so I can get down into the cracks in between all those little ridges. Got to get that color in there. Have you all tried to make a heart cake yet? I mean, they're popular. I see them everywhere, so I'm imagining if you've made a fake cake, you've tried to make a heart cake. So I've made fake ones and I've made real ones. So I still do make real cakes at my job, and I make real cakes from home occasionally. I just did one this weekend. It was like animal, like safari theme. It was for my niece's baby shower. So that was nice. Okay, so that's the cream. And the whole thing is going to be cream. Eventually. And with a little, like, some details in pink also, but I have my laptop right there, and I always have to take a reference, unless, like, take a look at a reference, unless I have one up on the shelves above me. I don't remember what they all look like. I've done so many cakes. I've made like thousands and thousands and thousands of cakes. I've done this for a really long time. So we're gonna do a little I'll mark it. Let's do this. I'm gonna mark it. Sometimes I use a ruler, sometimes I use my fingers. So I'll just do like 3 fingers. Sometimes I eyeball it. But if I'm having an off day, I might get it wrong. So might as well just measure it a little bit. Then you can be more exact. So I'm doing 2. With the writer tip, and I think this is number 4. And then a little bead. So 2 swags and a little bead. That's my doggy. My doggy, the poodle. He likes to bark. He likes to bark at nothing. Usually the neighbors. So that's the swags and the little bead border. Okay, and then there's going to be a tiny little rosette that I do with a star tip, and that's going to be pink. And at the end of the video, because it probably won't show the whole thing right now, at the end of the video I will post a picture of the finished product. So this is just a tiny rosette. So I start in the middle and I work around. It's itty bitty. Oh, I forgot something. Oops. There's a little teardrop like this. First. So I'll do this one right. It should look like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to redo those, but that's all right. That's all right. No biggie. And then it also gets a little tiny border on the bottom above the large border. And that's going to be painted pink also. It's just another little detail. Okay, let me do one on this side. So I'll show you again, since I messed up. I'll show you again. The rosette. It's a lot easier to fix a mistake on a fake cake than on a real cake. so then doing the little start from bottom, push up to top, then it's rosette, start from the middle and end. Start from the bottom, pull up. For the rosette, start in the middle and circle around. Okay, so that's it. That's the cream and pink cake, and I will include a picture of the finished project at the end of this video. Thanks. See you next time.